Hello, my name is Sally, and today I want to show you a slightly different look as spring has sprung, a look for spring. And I am using Look Fabulous Forever's makeup range, which is specifically designed for older faces. I don't know about you, but I love it when spring arrives. We've had a tough winter, and I always find when spring comes, you just feel that bit more hopeful and the light is brighter and clearer. So it's sort of time for a little bit of a spring clean out, both in your certainly in your house. I love to have a bit of a clear out in the spring, but also with your makeup and your makeup routine. So it's quite fun to try something different, to go for something a little bit brighter because you can, because the light's better. Maybe try something completely different, something that's sort of out of your comfort zone and a new routine. So that's what I'm going to be doing myself today. So I have already done my foundation. I've put on my Smooth Like Silk Face Prime, and I've used my Continuous Cover Foundation number 2 mixed with a little bit of Light Look Beauty Balm number 1. And I have also put on my concealer number 2. I have done my brows already with Bring Back Brow Shape in Blonde. And I have also put a little dusting of translucent powder on. I've already also put on my 3 primers. So I've put on obviously my face prime, which I mentioned. I've put on the Smooth Out Eye Prime on my eyelids and my Never Feather Lip Prime. And I am ready to go. So for me, spring, I think of green for spring, new plants coming through, and I am wearing a slightly sort of a tealy turquoisey colour. So I thought I would be a little bit bolder today and use a slightly brighter eye shade as a wash of colour. And I'm going to be using Teal Green, this one. So it's not normally a colour that I wear all over, but I just wanted to try it. So I'm going to apply with my lovely eyeshadow brush number 7, and I'm going to put this all over my eyelids. It's a really pretty, proper spring colour. And greens are back. Greens and brights are actually back. If you look at the 2023 makeup trends, it might feel a bit retro, but actually it's quite in. Makeup goes round in circles, doesn't it? As does fashion. So do let us know if there's anything that you have tried new recently, like a new colour for you. We'd love to hear whether you have stepped out of your comfort zone and tried something new. Do pop it in the comments below. It's very easy just to do the same old thing with makeup, day in, day out, year in, year out. So I always think of it as a bit of fun, and every now and again, try something new. Right, what I'm going to do now is I am going to stick with the green, and I'm going to use a little bit of forest green. So this is a really dark green. And I'm going to put a tiny bit of that just into the socket line area. Just to bring my socket line a bit higher. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use, as I'm going for the spring thought, forest green soft eyeliner. And I'm going to put that just on the top. These are beautiful and soft, so very easy to use. So this is just going to make my lashes look a little bit thicker. And let's do this side. It's actually a beautiful spring day outside and I'm just looking at the sun is shining, it's gorgeous. It just makes you feel so much happier. So I'm going to put a little bit underneath, not too much, but just to define the eyes. I've got sort of bluey grey eyes, so you might think, can you still wear greens with them? Well, I think you can. I'm a great one for playing around with lots of different eye shades, depending on what colours you're wearing in clothes and just what mood you're in, really. Sometimes I just want a very neutral look, and sometimes I want to go for the spring brights. So we've got a bit of eyeliner on now. What I'm now going to do is to take my wedge brush number 8 and just a little bit of the forest, the dark forest again, and just to soften that by putting it over. So it's forest over forest. When you're using a slightly brighter eye shade, don't panic because you haven't finished. I always think, wait until you've got your blusher on, your lips on, your mascara on, before the look is finished. And I know that when you're trying something a little bit different and you put it on your eyes, it can be a bit scary looking. So try and wait until you've got the finished whole look together before you make your judgment on yourself. So I am going to curl my eyelashes now before I put my mascara on. So I'm just going to squeeze just to lift them a little bit, which makes a difference on my lashes. And now I am going to use my Lithe Lash Mascara in black to define my lashes a bit more, give them a bit of colour. Because I'm wearing a green look, I feel like I need to have reasonably dark lashes. Now I definitely need some colour on my cheeks. I'm going to pretend I've been for a lovely spring-like walk in the fresh air, in the sunshine outside. I'm going to use my peach cream blush. I'm still a little bit pale, so I don't want to go too dark, but I love this colour. So I'm just going to pop that on with my finger to start with. You can put it on with the brush. I quite like to put it on with my finger and then blend it with the brush. But again, it's personal preference. So this is the lovely blusher brush, which is really lovely and soft. And for me, my face starts to come alive when I've got my blusher on. So it sort of balances with the slightly brighter eye shade that I've got. I'm also going to, just to give myself a little bit of warmth, I'm going to put a little bit of the bronzer on, just to give myself a bit of extra colour. And I'm going to take my big brush now and just sweep it on in a sort of 3 shape here. A little bit on my neck, a bit on my jawline. Now I need some lips. So I am going to go today for Strawberry Lip Liner, which is a gorgeous warm colour. As I said, I've already put on my Never Feather Lip Prime earlier to let that dry. So I'm outlining the lips first to get a nice crisp line, but then I'm going to fill it in roughly in the lip area, so I'm not just left with a line. So and then just use my finger just to soften that slightly. That just gives a really good base for your lipstick. And what I'm going to use now is one of my favourite brighter colours, and it's True Coral. I love this colour, True Coral. And I am going to take my lip brush, number 5. This gets, again, a nice, really crisp look. Bright lips are also our back on the catwalk rather than the nudes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to blot it. I don't want it to be too bright. So I'm just going to slightly blot it. And then I'm going to finish off with a slick of gorgeous gloss lip shine in Cinnamon Kiss. It's a lovely, warm, bright gloss that I like to use just sort of in the middle of my lips. So at this point, I'm going to just check whether I need any more blusher, any more bronzer. Once I've got my lips on, just put a little tiny bit more. And I'm going to put my green earrings on just to make me finish off the look. So there we have the finished look, slightly brighter for spring. I hope you found this helpful, and as I said, do let us know if there's anything that you have tried recently, maybe a new colour that you never thought that you would use, or anything that you that makes you feel like, that's when the makeup is finished for you. There's be a turning point in your makeup. If you've got any other comments or questions, we would absolutely love to hear from you. So thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the spring weather, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.